X-Wing players, round 2 starts now.
Okay, welcome to round 2 of the regional event from Birmingham. While we're waiting for Nick and Jamie to start up, I'm just going to be setting up the screens for them, okay? Jamie, Wright. Nick Bond, some of you will know from Facebook or from, I forgot the name of the store now. He's a very prominent tournament organizer in the area. Oh God, they're going to throw that coin to decide initiative. Oh God, okay. Okay, Jamie is from Mansfield. And Nick is from Newark. That's what he said, Newark. Looks like Jamie took initiative. Let's set up those lists. Jamie is playing a familiar list to myself. If you're a follower of the channel, which I doubt, because as I said, up until very recently, it was Spanish only, up until this morning. So you probably, although you may have seen the final from the Madrid Regional, where we had exactly the same list. Howl Runner with 3 black squadrons with Crackshot, accompanied by 3 academy ties. What have we got here? Let me see now. There it is. So, oh, come on, man. Don't you just hate it when your phone just keeps rotating the pictures every time you try and look at them? Okay, there we go. So, 8 Howl Runner. This is a talent. So that crack. I mean, if I'd have known I'd have been putting this list on so soon, I wouldn't have rubbed it off from my list. Crack shot. 3, nothing. Total points 19. Crack shot, black squadron. Oh, come on. Black. Squadron. Let me go back and copy this crack shot. There's 3 blacks, or 2. 2 there. It's 3 because there's 7 ties. 3, 15. Ah, you messed up there. 15. 1. Let's try and control that language, guys. There could be kids watching. Let's take this black squadron, copy it, paste it down here. Black squadron, black squadron. Now, Nick is playing 3 Warden Squadron pilots. Warden Squadron 02. Warden Squadron. Upgrades, crew. Bomber. Torpedo. Extra missions. 2 proximity lines. Bomb icon. Oh, bloody hell. PM. PM. And advanced line is a modification. Modification is that one. Squadron squadrons 5 and 4. Number 5. 23, 24, 26, 32, 34. You might as well take this, copy and paste, and then start changing it up as we go along. Advanced slam. Right, so that's the first one. The second one is the same. We've got one corner net. Corner net. And the last one is the same. It's a beam or seismic charge. Get rid of those 2 buttons. SC. Sabine, what's the Sabine now? 25, 27, 29. What's the answer?
I got a win. Looked like it was going to be like a 100 mil type thing, but then I got pulled and slammed down, like 2 out, sort of 1 out to a turn. Most of it.
31.
Well, I underestimated him. He's got the.
And then the last one, the middle one, which has got a coronet on him. Hold on. There he is. So 23, 24, 26, 29 plus 2, 31. Can't do that. I'm not adding this up correctly. How much is a coronet? That's not right. 23, 25, 26, 29 plus 2. $35. Yeah, that'll work out about right. Save all, and the list should appear on the screens now. And we are done. We are ready to go with round 2. See if I can catch a TO at some point. Try and explain something with him regarding what I want him to do after each round. That makes sense, doesn't it? Bidier as Bombardier. Bombardier. Let me get back to the chat. Let's see what's going on. 64 spectators so far. That's about what I get for a store championship normally. So, considering this is round 2 of regional, we're doing very well. And we're going to see how things go here. It's curious that Jamie is also playing a very similar sort of setup to what we've seen in the final of Madrid just a couple of weeks ago that took the regional championship in Madrid, 200 people. The Howl Runner with Crackshot, 3 Black Squadrons with Crackshot, and 3 academies, and once also spreading them out a little bit. I've not been able to. One of the things that Jamie's done that's messed things up for me is he painted his pegs black, which meant that my special ID tokens that make it a bit more visible on the screen are not able to be used because they will not fit on there. That's great, isn't it, when the list appears on the screen like that? Wait to see what happens when they start getting damaged. So Nick's coming up. He's getting ready to drop some bombs. What was that? Someone move. Okay. I thought for a second there we lost the connection. Something come up about a network firewall, and but it seems like we're still going. That's what it seems like. Anyway. Virus. Oh no, right, okay, this is my stupid. Let me get rid of these warnings. How do I get rid of these? I can't do it right now. I can't fix that right now. So when obviously they're speaking quite low. My microphone's only able to pick up so much. When we're into the finals, the tops and such as that, the microphone becomes a lot more effective when there's not so much room noise. So we'll be looking forward to that later on today after tea time. Let me get loaded up on my device now. Oh, look at that. Not put the time on yet. That says 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minutes. So 63 minutes to go. Start. Go. We are on the clock. I'm waiting to see. Did a slam. Weapons disabled token there. Alright guys, stop these messages. This is maybe getting a bit jerky. Once again, I apologise for the quality. Time is running now, isn't it? What about? You're getting a message over here about there's a problem with the network firewall, and that's probably why you see the timer flashing at the top of the screen for a second. Anyway, so he's going to drop that proximity mine there. Oh, come on. How do I get rid of this stuff? What is it, McAfee? That one. I'm going to try something a bit risky. I don't like doing this when I'm online. I'm going to try and uninstall the program. I'll be right back with you in a second. I'm going to hope it doesn't disconnect me or anything strange. Nice. Okay, what is this?
So, 1, 2.
I don't know why. So, like I say, I'm doing something a bit out of control here. So something may go wrong, and if it does, we will be back momentarily. Thank you to everyone who's sharing the posts. Please keep sharing the posts. I've not got the time to do it myself. I'm doing what I can in the places I can, but I'm very limited. Please take time to share the post to make sure other people can know what's going on here and join us. And just drop that proximity mine right in front of the TIE fighter, closest to the camera, for the next round.
Bumps in action. Probably going to be a similar result.
The black squadron's moving up now. This isn't going to work, is it? Alright, cancel. I'll probably try and disconnect after this round to get some network firewall stuff uninstalled. Well, I don't know why that's the first time it's happened to me, but anyway. We're looking at our first engagement coming up. I mean, Jamie's got a certain upper hand with just the number of guns he's going to be firing at range 1. Hitting a crit and a blank, and spends a focus to evade 1 and takes damage on taking 2 shields off.
Number 2, hit the same one, that will also be range 1. Reroll that one with Power Runner's ability.
Howl Runner.
Focus,
just 1 hit with 2 focuses after the Howl Runner attack. Another shield taken off.
I'm going to shoot it then at range 2.
I think one of the things is, with regard to the fact that there was a collision and the way they dealt with it, I mean, you've got to realise how many ships are on the table. You've got to try and be as careful as possible. Don't show me the cards. There's a major explosion. No. Oh, it was the other one, wasn't it? Damaged engine, it would appear.
So then it's your choice.
Okay, so slam.
And as all of Nick's ships slammed, it looks like they're not going to be able to attack. And up comes...
That'll be range 2. Spend the focus. Fine. Number 6, don't think has range in it right back. Number 4, will fire at range 3 on
major damaged engine is the critical effect active on Warden Squadron number, the one that is not marked on the base. And there we go, another hull damage. And it looks like he's just going to limp through this round without having lost anything else. Let me just go tell him they don't have to show the cards to the camera. No hace falta enseñar las cartas a la cámara. No, you don't need to show the cards to the camera. Perfectly fine, okay? I'm so not used to this. I'm going over there, I'm starting to speak Spanish to them. Oh. Let me, while I've got a moment here, you can change your camera over so you can see what those two are up to. I'm just going to have a quick word with Vince.
Vince.
Excellent players, you've had almost 20 minutes of round 2, you've got 55 minutes remaining.
no way I'm not actually going to raise
There's
this.
a slim chance that your hard one turn like this. Very slim.
I doubt it very much. What I do here, still got an action in the don't you?
Yeah.
So that's the one that will take quite a bit of damage. So I'm all set. So my one is. Number 4. Number 5. You roll the 4 in action or?
You roll 3 across, all hits.
Number 5, isn't it? That's yours? That's the one I want.
This one first. It's going to clear. Are you good with that?
Yep.
Do you want to place the ship? So you've got everything in direct down.
That's good.
Yep. Then I am going to drop the bombardier commoner.
Yep.
So shaky.
You get to mark mine up and lift them.
No, because it's going to go off. I'm fairly sure that hits Hull Runner.
It definitely hits those two.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I want Howl Runner, so
It
if
might
you-
get that one as well.
Well, I've got to choose one ship.
Oh, right.
I want Howl Runner. If you're happy that that hits Howl Runner,
Right. Oh, it goes off as soon as you drop it, does it?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is high runner.
Because these bombs and the proximity mines go off when ship bases or templates go
So yeah,
off.
that hits high runner.
So that is 1 damage,
1 damage to high runner. Yep.
2 ion tokens,
Yep.
and you skip your extra stats.
Okay.
Okay, but because you've ported the dial, you still carry out that dial,
Right. Next turn.
and then that ion carries forward to the next turn.
Okay.
And so that's 1 damage on Howl Runner. And I will use Sabine.
That second damage.
Extra damage.
Okay, we're back. Just speaking to the tournament organisations, looks like they've spent Sabine. And then Connornet has stuck onto a TIE fighter. There's also a TIE fighter has lost 2 hull points. Howl Runner, in effect. And everything seems to be the same. No, there must be another. The TIE that. Look at that, we lost one. We lost one of the Academy pilots. Oh, did you mess up, sorry? Yes, you did. There we go. Why is that not working? I've messed up. Alright, hold on. Let me put this one back up to full health. Now, where's the points? That's an academy point. It's an academy, it's 12 points. 12. You'll realise if you're following this, sometimes I can check the chat, other times I can't. So I'm sure everyone's told me already that the points weren't right, but I messed up. I was busy trying to do other stuff.
You've got
That seems to be right now. Let's see if we can take this down. He's got 2 damage cards there. Howl Runner's got 2. And this academy is dead. And we've got 12 points on the board for Nick Bond. So, another bomb.
Neither of those were summoned.
Excellent players, please take note. The lunch is going to be taking place today around 10 minutes to 3.
Well, that's used for this turn.
70 spectators.
You have an intentional draw with your opponents. Please make sure at the start of any discussion myself, Vince, or Zach from Fantasy Flight like that decide over it. If that's not the case, then it will be a disqualification.
So my fault?
Right.
Number 1 is the first set.
One last thing, I've got 2 green defence dice that were kind of lost and found, and I've also got a Cynthia Bell and Saber Squadron Pilot card.
Ship token. Are you working on the dials? I'm turning over. Right, okay. There are Fantasy Flight employees present today. I will mention that. I've been told to ask when Wave 10 will be announced. Oh, this is too slow. So is that really the best you can do?
Any bomb from you? Yeah.
Will I press F5 to refresh?
Always happens. The more careful you try and be, the more likely you are to hit it.
Everything is going according to plan here. We've got that. There we go. Oh, it's going to take me a while to get used to that.
Yeah, so 8, is that one from damage? How will I ship that one?
So, 2 hits going in. And that Warden Squadron is within 1 point of death. Here it comes. Re-rolling the eye for Howl Runner. Gets 1 hit. Let's see if Warden Squadron number 1 can evade it with the 2 dice. Looks like he did. Next round, I'm going to have to ask them to put those dice, throw those dice closer to the channel.
Yeah, I know. But he gets the fire.
I wanted to kill it before you shot me.
Okay. Really difficult to hear them when they're talking. Range 3. Attack from Warden Squadron. 1 blank, maybe a eye being changed. Casting bonus token easily evaded by a TIE fighter. And I'm guessing that TIE fighter is probably the Howl Runner? I guess so, because he's not marked with an ID token. So I'm guessing that's Howl Runner in the middle there with 2 ion tokens applied. Are they ion tokens or something else? Damage going on to TIE Fighter. Black Squad. And another one.
Alright guys, your perfect TOs here have kind of goofed up, and
For those interested, the critical was a structural damage. Reduce your agility by 1. But that ship's gone anyway. 27 points to 0 for Nick after round 3. I need some lights. The light's really low. It's a ballroom here, and it is well lit, but not quite to daylight standard. So here we go. 2 hits from Academy Tie. Number 1 evaded. 1. In it goes. Warden Squadron down. 34 points for Jamie Wright on the board, putting himself into lead. And it looks like that's it for this attack round. So we lost the other attack academy? No. Anyway, they're going to go back to Dars. Let's see how they're going. See, what was I going to try and do? Oh yeah, did I do that? So when the match is finished, we will take a moment to speak to the 2 players. We've got Jamie. Nick, as I say, is a quite prominent tournament organiser in the UK community. And we're going to see if we can work some other stuff out later on. While I've got a moment, I'm going to try and copy ranking data. Rankings. Oh no, that's not right. Don't do that. Notepad. Where's that notepad? Why is this laptop always doing updates, man? I can't be dealing with this. It's gonna. Like when I was in Madrid, it did an update as well, and when I left, I had to just put it in its case and leave it going in the boot because it wouldn't shut down. So what am I doing now? Notepad, accessories. I need to get a Windows XP laptop, a nice little small XP laptop that runs without too much bother. There you go. Okay, there we go. It's doing pretty good. I think I'm missing spaces. RAM. That's no good. I'm going to put a space at the beginning of each line. And is there a double space? I don't find.
Another one is the 6.
So they're underway. Not one shot. This is going to take me ages. Please let me know in the chat if the quality's okay. I mean, apart from the fact that I've got very low light, one of the things. So just looking through the rankings now for names I'm recognising. I can see Jesper Hill. I did see Jesper Hill. There, he's on excellent. Jesper Hill. Ricky from Barcelona. Ion that we spoke to earlier from Barcelona. This is not going to work for me. I've got to do this for 160 people. All of them doing well at the moment. Let's have a look. Where's this? This is done. Why isn't it that? Sorry guys for the chat. Like I say, I'm just quickly working on something here that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do in time. I've gotten through 84 players already. There's a slight thing that's come up that's different from how I expected it to happen. And for me to be able to get certain information on the screen. And so, oh no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Come on. Like I say, once we're all underway, this is more of a warm-up event for tomorrow. Once everything's underway, everything's fine. Really,
Fantastic.
it picks me out, but it doesn't affect me too much. They can still hear me. I mean, I'm not really sure how bad it's coming out on the stream, to be honest. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not that bad. Okay.
Just sort of double check.
Yeah. I'm just the audio technician. What'd you say? Oh. All right, I'll see. Or maybe angle it just a bit that way. We'll see. Audio technician here. As I mentioned earlier, they put a giant loudspeaker right next to me. Luckily, it's facing away, but I still get quite a lot of noise from it. Which is what you'll hear when they speak on the megaphone. When they speak on the microphone, is you can hear us, you can hear them because they're right next to me. Why are you making it hard for me? What's going on here? I'm not seeing anything. Too tired. Safely evaded. Nick's got one big problem coming up now, that he's got virtually no way of really giving a lot of fire on these TIE fighters. Unless he's able to get the positioning where he's not receiving fire from them, there's not much he's going to be able to do. You see, all but one of the TIE fighters have spent their crack shots. Yeah, the players, void state, hello. The players are very difficult to hear, mostly because the microphone that is on the table is obviously picking up a lot of noise from the room. When we're into the top 16, he'll be a lot better. But with obviously the noise levels in the room, the microphone, there's only so much I can do, and there's only up a certain level I can turn it up to before I start to get too much noise from the room. So it's very difficult to hear them. There are certain points where you can hear what they're saying if we're very quiet, which is why I'm trying not to speak too much. And they're onto dials again. So let's take a look at this. Another one. Oh, let's see. Is that the way it is? Oh. That's it. That's it. Okay. Control H. That's not it. Double space. Goes for just one space. Let's do it one more time. Yeah. On their way. Who's talking about TLTs and how am I picking up on the microphones if two players aren't talking?
Excellent players, you've got just over 35 minutes left of this round.
Correct. Thank you, Marcelo. It is not round one, it is round two. Time is fine, isn't it? Yeah, no. Okay. Comes delayed. That's way too slow. There we go. So Nick slamming once again in an attempt to try and escape arcs, I suppose, trying to get himself into a more favourable position. Okay, when we do this in the future, Vince, I need the top 32, and then the computer won't be so slow. How are Ricky and Jon doing? As I was saying just now, for the Spanish contingency, for the Spanish followers, Ricky and Jon and Jon's brother Dan seem to be in the top 60 at the moment, which means, oh well, they had a bye from round 1, so of course they're going to be in the top 60. But anyway, we'll see how they're doing at the end of this round. Dan was the only person. And Dan had a bye as well for being for not having his opponent arrive in time. He received a bye in the first round. So the Spanish players all got a bye on the first round. Had a bye from Store Championships, and one of them received well, he's not Spanish. He's the brother of Jon, who's from Spain, originally from Romania. Had a bye in the first round for being uneven number of players. Let's see what's going to happen now. Is this it?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's still going. Oh golly gosh.
Howard at first.
And do I have? Let me have a look at something here.
The range 3. Yeah. 1 crit.
What you got? An evade there.
My opponent's got 4s. Really going to be the one that's got a shot. Range 2. 2 hits.
2 hits. And in.
All my shots.
No computers on it. Right. Okay. So here comes the counter attack from Nick. He gets 3 hits without any modification. 1 evade, 1 eye, and a blank. And he takes damage. Why is it going so slow?
Players, we've got 15 minutes left of this round, and 15 minutes left. Thank you.
So,
Okay, we are back. Sorry for that. Let's see what I can do. As I say, sorry for that. We are back now. Slight problem I had earlier. I might try not to do that again. I might. Let me see. What was I up to? I can't get the list back up, so I'm just going to clear it off. Okay, we'll just have to go based on the cards. We're looking at the 3 TIE fighters left against the Warden squadrons. Still plenty of bombs being dropped around. Slams coming. Come on. Just watching an advert on my screen at the moment. There we go. Up and right. It's a bit slow. Dropping down frames per second. Why? Why is it doing that? What's going on? CPU. I'm going to have to get rid of that ranking screen. And what's using up so much disk? Let me see. Serviced host. Local system net. Just keeps going higher and higher and higher.
You will focus.
Okay, we're going to disconnect after this round, just for a few moments, so that I can sort out a couple of things just to make sure that sort of stuff doesn't happen again. I say make sure.
X-Wing players, you know lunch is not after this round, it's after round 3. So to repeat that, that is lunch is not after this round, we have one more round and then lunch. Thank you.
Okay. There's too many posts. There we go. This is not it. No, that's the new post. This is not what I'm looking for. It's going bad again. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Maybe that fixes it. Once we get to the end of this round, we'll be able to check on not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. What is that? No. 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 I thought so. Here we go. Where is that? Where's this PDF that got put up yesterday? What I'm trying to do?
That goes off. Every ship at range 1 takes the damage.
So there go, Howl Runner and another black squadron. It would look like we're leaving Jamie down to just 2 ties.
Okay, shooting.
Number 2 and I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess the lunch 2.
Red player had initiative. There we go. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I think it's pretty obvious how things are going to go from here on out. Nick's
Your shot from
Warden squadrons, one pretty much on full health, or it's lost 2 shields, and the other one with 2 damage cards. And a crit, but I can't tell which one because he's hidden it under his card. Here we go.
number 6.
I'm going to move that. I don't need to move it. Right. Like I say, when I get to the end of this round, I'm going to shut down the computer for a bit. We'll disconnect and we'll give things a second to get back into gear, because there's a couple of things going on this computer that aren't. Look at that. Oh no, it's got back to normal. All right, okay. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's see how it goes for now. Doesn't the leftmost one have a crit? Yes. The one that is active on the table, which is the one that's marked with the one on the right-hand side of the screen, as I'm aware, because the coloured base appear to be the purple one. It's the blue one that has the crit. The one that's currently facing the TIE fighters, if I'm able to see the colours correctly on the base, because like I said, there's very little light, it has only lost 2 shields. The one that's escaping from the TIE fighters has received a crit and a face-up damage card and a face-down damage card. It's got 3 points of hull left. And we're looking at 2 TIE fighters are one with full health. Let me switch this camera over while they're doing dials. Plenty of people from the 186th squadron around. And an academy with full health. 1 black squadron. spent crack shot and 1 academy. Oh, well, it looks to me like that's the one that's moving now is the one with the crit, and he's got the damaged cockpit crit because his ability is 0. He's moving first. So now would come the academy pilot, which would probably be, can't see the numbers. No, I can't see the numbers. So number 2. Which would be the one that's facing the Warden Squadron pilot down here. No, they're both moving. Yeah, no, he's made a mistake. There we go. Here comes the academy pilot. Both had bomb. 2 of them had bomb of the year. The one that's currently on the rightmost part of the table has Sabine, and they had a selection, a confection of bombs. The one that's dead had 2 proximity mines. I believe he only used 1, and they all had extra munitions. So think about it. That ship that's been destroyed of Nick's was carrying 4 proximity mines and only managed to drop 1 of them. And then we've got a Connor net and a proximity mine on the ship that's just bumped, and a seismic charge with extra munitions on the Sabine ship, which is currently the one that to the left, rightmost of the screen. And Jamie's list was the Jordi from Canada. Jamie's list was the typical crack storm that we saw on the Madrid final. At 1 point of damage left on the Sabine ship, which is the one that's got the weapons disabled token at the moment. 2 full health TIE fighters against 2 Warden Squadron pilots. 1 hit there, successfully evaded. And end phase, it would appear. They're just taking the tokens off. To be honest, to begin with, it seemed to be going pretty much one way in Nick's against Nick, but things have quickly turned around. I need to get some licks on. Let's see what with regards to what Jamie could be trying to do here. I mean, 1 more shot on the Sabine ship from the Black Squadron is gonna. He's gonna do a slam and try and escape arc. There we go. Now, if that Black Squadron was smart, a K-turn, maybe. Who knows? Let me turn the one down. Let's make sure it's down.
Oh no, it's my 1 person. True.
There we go again, forgetting about the order with the critical effect on the Sabine ship. Bumping his own tie. Now Warden Squadron moving.
X-Wing players, please look at the clock. You've got just under 4 minutes remaining of this round.
Just to remind you, this is a regional event. 144 players, I believe, was the final count taking part. Let's have a look here. attacking the Warden Squadron. Eyeball, a hit, change the focus token. 2 evades. Oh no, he takes one. Well, it must be an eye. Okay. Here goes Sabine. Probably going to slam again. Oh, maybe not. So look. Thinking about it. And there he goes. Basically just making sure he's keeping as much range as possible, giving him an opportunity to escape those arcs as much as possible, because one more hit on that Warden Squadron is going to be another 35 points, if I remember rightly, for Jamie, who's currently, this is list. He's only got 15, 12, 27 points left on the table. Right, here we go. Hard 2. And 2 minutes to go. It looks like things are going to end up as they are. Nick's just trying to keep his ships alive as long as possible. Trying to make sure he doesn't, I mean, he's pretty much got the game won. The question is, how many points will he take through with his MOV? Could. Argentina, you are the devil.
Excellent players, that's 30 seconds left in the round. Once time is over, finish the game and the roll.
I've got a big loss here. I need one more damage to get me in place.
Calling it the Avon Regional, more than anything because Birmingham was too big to fit in the text field. My sister lives in Birmingham, so I can make fun of the accent, can't I? How would you beat this K-Wing list? Well, I mean, he wasn't doing too bad to begin with. The problem was the bombs got on top of him. Try and keep out of the pile up that they had in the second round, where bombs just got dropped off, and pretty much every single one of Jamie's ships took damage through Sabine. So that's the thing that needs to be taken into account here. I think that's what we need to take home. So if you're going to be playing a bunch of TIE fighters, you're pretty well matched against the K-Wings to be able to give them enough damage, and they end the game there.
There were a few mistakes I made early on that I think could have got it for me.
Let's see what they say.
You ever made the gunner mistake? Where you spend the focus on an evade, giving your opponent the gunner shot.
Yeah, first time I ever did. Oh, it wasn't the gunner, it was the.
Was it Milton Keynes?
The thing is, the IGs. I did it on them the first time. Never made that mistake again.
No, I did it at Milton Keynes a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So what were you scoring now?
I've got 27 left out of the 100, so you kill 73. Now I got a measly.
You got 30. This one. 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 29.
I'll be right back in a second with one of the players for an interview.
Just got 2 jump masters on there. Volume down.
These two up. Speaking to that little sticker on there.
Okay.
And how did it go?
Oh, that was tense, very tense.
For the people at home that are watching us now, we lost the game in the middle. We did manage to pick up on the end where you managed to set off your seismic charge, taking out 2 TIE fighters at once with the Sabine combination.
That was a big help, that was, man. It's the first time I've ever got a seismic charge to work as well. Yeah, took out Howl Runner with the actual damage from the charge, and then Sabine came in to take out the second TIE fighter.
Did you make it difficult for him to take out the Sabine ship? Because
yeah.
what surprised me is that that was one of the hardest ones for him to take down.
Well, I've flown this list a little bit now, and people do tend to want to take Sabine down. So she's got to be in there contributing. But then towards the end of the game, you've got to watch for that point where you've just got to get the hell out of
More than anything, because she's a damage multiplier as well, as we saw. I mean, so really, that should be the first one to take out, as far as that should be his target priority, you know.
Yeah.
And so now you're going into round 3 with 2 victories
Yep.
and a pretty healthy margin of victory. How did you do in the first? Was it the first round of bye?
No, first round was against Corin Chewing, and I got 100-0 on that.
Okay, and you've only lost 34 points there with 73-1. Okay, so you're going pretty well into the third round.
Yeah, I don't think it'll last though.
No. What is it you're not looking forward to facing?
I'm not looking forward to Power Paces or the U-boats. They're tricky to do.
I've not had a chance to look around, but I've gotten the impression that there's not that many of them, Power Paces. U-boats I've seen plenty of. Yes,
there's
that's
a
true.
few. There's not as many as there have been. But,
No.
You know, people are branching out, trying new things, aren't they?
Yeah, well, maybe they're just saving it tomorrow as well. Maybe today's the fun list, and then tomorrow is when they bring out the big guns. So anyway, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries.
You can have a rest now, and then we'll see if anything else happens during the day you want to come tell us about, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Sit yourself down. How did that go for you?
Not very well.
Not very well. I mean, there was a point at the beginning where it looked like it was going in your favour. But then the bombs turned up.
Yeah, the bombs, I made a bad choice that turn as well, where the 5 couldn't miss it. And for some reason in my head, I just thought, I've got to get out of the way of that bomb. Not thinking that the 5 would remove it, and it knocked off a turn of shooting for him, which probably cost me the game.
Yeah. And basically, I mean, one of the difficulties you had is that he put Sabine to make it more difficult for you to take her out, and then the damage multipliers just kept on coming with each bomb that got set off.
Yeah, it's that seismic as well ended it, where he dropped it in that little funnel gap.
We were able to watch that. That was just when we came back. It literally was right next to the 2 of them, and
it was looking like a potential comeback, but then that dropped and just wiped out Howard and the Black Squadron. It was just, at that point, it was pretty much over. It
was all over from there on. How's your first round been?
It was all right. Yeah, good round.
Did you win 100-0 or?
I think it was about 100 to 30.
And what were you playing against?
I played against Horton Slam with BTL and TLT, so he was just having loads of shots out.
Yeah.
Dutch with Ion, so he was just handing out target locks, and there was Nara Dantels.
Nero Dantels, the B-wing, with the 360 torpedoes. Okay.
Loaded up.
Oh, that's an interesting list. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes for you right now. I'm going to let you go because it looks like they've already got the pairings up.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for appearing on the stream.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm going to take a moment to see if we can find someone to put on for the stream for the next match.